Good evening and welcome to the West Weekly Report. My name is Jonathan Savar.
And I'm Marion Wren. Our first item of news tonight is the One Act Play Festival. On May 17th, last Friday night, West Theater Workshop presented its annual One Act Play Fest competition. For the past month, each class has worked on its individual play diligently and productively. Held in West Auditorium, the competition was judged by Mrs. Patricia King, Mr. Zeke Berlin, Mr. Don Thompson, and Mrs. Lisa Thompson. For the freshman class, with their performance of Madison Avenue Merry-Go-Round, received fourth place, with Drew Lafferty receiving an award for Best Supporting Actress. The senior class, with its rendition of Live spelled backwards, received third place, with Jim Gupta winning Best Set Design and Alice Wong receiving Best Actress. The junior class took second place under the direction of Drew Malotsky, with Ken Hastings receiving Best Supporting Actor. The sophomore class took first prize, with Chris Marino winning Best Director and Ricky Folbaum winning Best Actor through its rendition of Red Spy at Night. Congratulations to Mr. Joseph Julor and the sophomore class. Today I had an opportunity to speak with Ricky Folbaum. Ricky Folbaum, a member of West Thespian Society and recent winner of the One Act Play's Best Actor Award, is here with us today. Why did you choose to get involved with this year's One Act Play Festival?
Well, Marion, last year I was involved as a freshman with our class's show, and I just had such a great time. We did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and we were cheated out of a second place finish by the junior class of this year, but we got him back. And I just had such a good time last year that I decided to try it again this year.
Well, did Chris Marino's choice of plays affect your decision?
Well, our director, my fellow classman, Chris Marino, chose a really good play called Red Spy at Night, and it was a comedy. And after reading the script over the Easter vacation, I really enjoyed it, and I decided that I wanted to try out for a certain part, and that I wanted to get involved. I later got picked for the role that I was interested in, and after rehearsal started, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of, just as I had hoped for.
Okay, well, congratulations on your first prize win, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Last Friday, Cherry Hill West held its annual elections for the school offices. The newly elected officers are Joanna Lifshee and Carrie Hammond, class of 1988, Wendy English and Carrie Mitchell of the class of 1987, Scott Murray and John Weinstein of the class of 1986, and Bobby Atkins and John Buster as the president and vice president of SAO. Congratulations to all of you.
On Thursday, May 23rd, and Friday, May 24th, West will hold its annual Pavis Arts Festival. On May 23rd, students will exhibit their specific arts during school hours, and Thursday evening, there will be a public jazz concert at the school. On May 24th, there will be musical and dramatic performances in the auditorium. These performances will feature some of the best performing arts in our school. The Cherry Hill West Knowledge Bowl squad is off to a great start this year with a 2-0 record after victories over Rancocas Valley and Cherokee. With Jonathan today is Dr. Fletcher, advisor to the Knowledge Bowl team.
Dr. Fletcher, how did you go about choosing the members of this year's Knowledge Bowl team?
Mr. Truitt and I, we are coordinators of the Knowledge Bowl, ran back in the fall a competition in which we set conditions up very much as they are in the actual Knowledge Bowl. And anyone who was interested could apply and compete. Then those who scored the highest were selected for the team and as alternates.
Dr. Fletcher, what type of competition does the team participate in?
The Knowledge Bowl competition, as set up by NYT Cable TV, is an elimination tournament. They have set the tournament up in 2 halves, which run simultaneously, one for the larger high schools and the other for the smaller. 33 schools of South Jersey compete in the Knowledge Bowl. And so we arrive by successive stages to the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and then the final competition.
So how do you prepare for these competitions?
Well, that's a difficult thing to do. But Mr. Truitt and I run the team through drills and practices to develop speed. Also, we prepare them particularly for the sections of the Knowledge Bowl competition on the up to the minute, as they call it, the events of that past week for that particular time, and the This Week in History, which reviews events that occurred in that week, but in any year, just those particular dates of any previous year.
Thank you, Dr. Fletcher. And good luck to the Knowledge Bowl team in their match upcoming against Pemberton. Recently, the John Philip Sousa Musical Awards were presented at the Spring Concert Band and Wind Ensemble concert. This award is given to the most outstanding male and female instrumentalists as chosen by the members of these respective music groups. This year's winners are Steve Carabasis and Maureen Burchard. Congratulations, Steve and Maureen. Earlier today, Marion had a chance to speak with the new NHS president.
Well, first I'd like to congratulate you on your presidency of the National Honor Society, Bob.
Thank you.
What does your role as president of the National Honor Society require?
Okay, first off, I'm a role model for the other members. I'm supposed to run all meetings, know all the events happening within our chapter, and I'm supposed to keep in touch with other National Honor Society presidents.
Okay, do you take part in any extracurricular activities?
I play in bands for bass guitar.
Oh, you're a musician.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your future plans for the National Honor Society?
Okay, well, we're going to keep the tutoring, and we hope to change some of the things around because the student body isn't really reacting well with it. But we're going to try to get more involved.
Right, so you're planning to change the image more or
Yeah.
less. What kind of image would you want?
We don't want to ruin
society.
like the upstanding image, but we want to like get something that will appeal to the
Right.
students.
Okay, more realistic
Yeah.
standpoint. Okay. What are your future plans? I mean, do you plan on going to
Yeah.
obviously college?
Probably looking for an engineering degree.
Oh, okay. Well, in high school at this point, what is your favorite like academic field?
Physics and English.
Physics and English. Okay, so it's a diverse
Yeah.
field of study. Thank you for coming to talk with us today, Bob. This has been Marion Wren for Channel B15 News. Our program tonight would not be complete without knowing what's hip.
Hey, I'm Jim Sutcliffe. And I'm Fred Rose. We're here to tell you what's hip. As many of you know, we at What's Hip sponsored a What's Hip contest. We've got the winner.
His name is Chris Hupp, and his idea was to go around Cherry Hill West and ask you what's hip. And that's just what we did. Hey, Chris, what's hip in fashion?
Well, like, anything that you don't buy is hip. Like, I find all this stuff in my attic and I make it. And, like, anything I don't buy is hip. So. Anarchy. Is anarchy hip, Chris? It sure is.
Well, I think that high school students who form their own bands to play what they want to play are hip, such as The Imposters, Loose Cubes, and Chapter 11.
Groups like The Clash are hip and Missing Persons.
The Sex Pistols are hip.
All right, well, Miss Stebbins' algebra class is pretty hip.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yes,
Proms
it
are
is.
hip. Proms are hip.
No.
I'll tell you what's hip, what's wow, and what's happening. I think splashy colors are hip. Jim is hip. The seniors coming in third place is unhip. Fred Rose is hip. We're all hip. We wear white pants. White pants are hip. Summer is hip. The beach house is hip. We've got a beach house in Margate. Everybody's invited.
Late Night with David Letterman is very hip.
My list of things that are hip. Repo Man, The Stray Cats, Elvis, Eddie Cochran, Rockabilly, Trees, Silent Night, Deadly Night, This School, everything.
Can't forget cake, all kinds, chocolate layered.
As for what we think is hip,
Well, I guess that's why we have our own show. We'll see you next week on another episode of What's Hip?
This concludes this week's edition of West Weekly Report. Join us next week at this time. Good night.
Good night.
This is Channel B15, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening. I'm Cindy Cahan with Tom Munn-Casey, and we would like to welcome you to yet another edition of Eastcast, Cherry Hill East News. This has been a whirlwind week with 3 big stories of the week: the Knowledge Bowl team win, the class election scandal, and the success of East Winds Ensemble and Symphonic Orchestra. Congratulations to the Knowledge Bowl team for a stunning victory over Lenape, 410 to 125. Seniors Bruce Cohen, Gary Gordon, Eric Simonoff, and junior Mark Lemberg were scintillating. A special congratulations to Mr. Mark Pinzer and Miss Peggy Beck for their outstanding job in coaching the team. Don't miss their unique Winner's Circle interviews. You can see the match Thursday, 7:30 on Channel 2. On Thursday, Cherry Hill West will play Pemberton. We will battle the winners on May 30th. Yes, that's senior prom night again, for the large school division title. Well done, team members and alternates Jeff Wallach and Doug Sipp.
Last week's scheduled elections took a startling turn when absent students' names were checked off and other students were voting for them in the student class elections. There were a few other irregularities as well. Some students were voting for other students. Some students and election workers were telling students who to vote for. Because of these procedures, the elections were canceled for the day. The student class officer elections will be held again tomorrow. There will be faculty supervision, so come out and support your favorite candidate, but follow the rules. In a more positive vein, the East Music Event of the Year was held last week. That's right, the one and only Spring Band Concert. Concert directors Mr. Bruce Yorko, Mr. Roy Hoff, and Mr. Robert Goldman did a fantastic job of putting this together. Congratulations to the bands. All your hard work paid off. It was definitely a night to remember. The coveted John Philip Sousa Award is given to the most deserving seniors. It is voted on by the Wind Ensemble, Concert Band, and the Symphonic Band. This year's recipients are Steve Goldkrantz and Lisa Canuso. We asked Lisa to tell us about the overwhelming success of the Wind Ensemble and Orchestra at Newport, Rhode Island National Competition this weekend.
Congratulations, Lisa, on winning the John Philip Sousa Award. Could you tell us a little bit about the competition in Rhode Island?
Sure. We left for our trip on Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, and we arrived in Seekonk at approximately 11. We went to sleep, and the next morning we competed at the Heritage Music Festival in Newport, Rhode Island, where the Wind Ensemble performed Shostakovich's Fifth Symphony, the finale, and we also played Incantation and Dance by Chance. The orchestra played The Magic Flute by Mozart, and also that from Nocturnes by Debussy. Then, after we competed, we went on a tour of the Vanderbilt Mansion, and we also went on the Viking Queen. So we had an enjoyable afternoon. Then we went back to the hotel, ate dinner, and then we went to the award ceremony, which was at a football field. And we found out that both the Wind Ensemble and the orchestra had come in first in their division, which was grade 6, which is the hardest music. And they had also won Best Overall Band and Orchestra. Everyone was all excited. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
Now back to you, Tom.
PAVIS, the Performing and Visual Arts Society, will end its first year with an all-day festival this Friday. The concert band, symphonic band, wind ensemble, orchesis, bells of East, chamber singers, and madrigals will perform in the auditorium during various periods. There will be individual performances by Mike Meltzer, Debbie Hurwitz, John Ashley, Stacy Cannelstein, Evan Shapiro, and the band Dig Me's. Visiting mime workshops and actors' workshops will go on throughout the day in the Little Theater. There will also be art exhibits and exhibits of the PAVIS masks in the courtyard and adjacent rooms. Chairman Alexandra Dapolito and advisor Mr. Ted Cook promise a day of lively tribute to the performing and visual arts. That's this Friday all day, the PAVIS Festival.
On Saturday night, Cafeteria 2, completely decorated in light blue with balloons on the ceiling, was jumping to the music of Silver Sound DJs. That's right, folks, it was the class of 1987's cotillion. It lasted from 8 to 12 and was a huge success. Congratulations, sophomores, for making it the best cotillion in East history. Mr. James Gallagher and Mr. Mark Pinzer, grade-level assistant principal, and the class advisor estimated that over 300 students enjoyed the evening of dress-up and class spirit. Both the junior prom and the sophomore cotillion have been held and have been a great success. which sets the stage for the biggest dance of all, the senior prom. It will be held Thursday, May 30th from 7:30 p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m. at Nero's Woodbine Inn. Get psyched. This whole year has been successful for the East Performing Arts. Tomorrow evening, be sure to come to East for the evening of dance and drama at 8 p.m. in the auditorium. The performance will feature Orchesis and the Wind Ensemble. Mrs. Barbara Hall and Mrs. Martha Fletcher are the directors of this showcase of the students' talent. So be sure to come out to see the dancers and the first-ranked group, the Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Mr. Bruce Yurko at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. The French Club has 4 new officers elected to their group. Publicity manager is Sarah Goldberg, treasurer is Patty Maricello, vice president was won by Sheila Othrea, and the office of president of the French Club was taken by Sabrina Lingaretti. This year, the French Club has a variety of activities, including a foreign film trip, restaurant trip, and a softball games. They're very much looking forward to another year of activity. And now for some announcements. Be sure to check the obligation list posted in the display case outside the library. If your name is there, see a librarian to clear your obligation. Don't delay. Students are reminded to save their library cards from this year. You must use the same library card next year, so don't throw away your cards. A replacement fee will be charged.
A reminder that the last day for testing in academic classes is May 31st. Final exam review for academic classes begins June 3rd and ends June 7th. Non-academic final exams will begin June 3rd and end June 7th. Final exams in academic departments begin on June 10th. The full schedule will be posted soon. Be sure to watch B15 on Tuesday and Thursday nights from 7:30 to 8:30 for SAT reviews. Thursday night is College Bound at 7 o'clock, followed by Verbal Lesson number 5 at 7:30 and Math Lesson number 6 at 8 p.m. And now for some sports. At the rain-soaked Olympic Conference Track Championship last week, Kathy Jacobs placed first in the 800-meter run and Kathy McCarthy first in the 3,200-meter run. Both girls are conference champions. Erin Halpin placed second in the high jump and fourth in the 400-meter hurdle. Janet Davis took third in the high jump. Chris Dobbin, fifth in the 100-meter hurdles and third in the 400-meter hurdles. Sue Morash, Becky Gajdalo, Chris Dolan, and Kathy Jacobs were third in the mile relay. Leanne Pike took fourth in the 600-meter run, and Tara Matthews fourth in the 3,200-meter run. Congratulations to these girls from Coach Dale Wiltsey.
The East freshman softball team avenged an early season blasting by Edgewood by throttling the Eagles 9-4. Andrea Felixson continued her torrid hitting with 2 doubles and 3 hits total, while Karen Shire, Sue Compton, Gina Scarduzio, and Dina Camuzzi each had 2 hits apiece. Sue Compton and Dana Rosansky each contributed triples, and Becky Tressel provided the other hit. Heather McDevitt's sacrifice and Bonnie Gilmore's run, scoring walk, provided the needed cushion to preserve the win. The team played a solid defense in the key situations, but with both Kim Jones making a tough out at second base on a great throw by catcher Sue Compton. It was a great team win. Coach Chuck Fleischman reported that the girls went on to defeat the tough Eastern High School team on Saturday, 7-5. Dana Rosansky turned in a fire pitching performance, aided by strong defense plays by Andrea Felixson and Dina Camuzzi. Sue Compton, Kathy Morgan, and Andrea Felixson scored key hits.
On Monday, May 13th, the golf team missed the NJSIAA District 7 Championship by only 3 strokes. Holy Cross took the championship with a 351, Shawnee was a close second with 352, and East had 354. The team consisted of Pat Cotter with a 95, John Luther with a 91, John Owen with an 86, and Bob Pappas with an 82. Bob finished third in the individual championship and will be playing for the state championship on Monday as we tape. Good luck to Bob. Last Thursday, in the very first game ever, the Cherry Hill East boys lacrosse team defeated Cheltenham High 4-2. All the guys on the lacrosse team should be congratulated on their first win. Their coach is Mr. Frank Shaw, and the team is looking forward to playing Abington in the future. Thank you for joining us for tonight's Eastcast. Stay tuned for East Spring Choral and Orchestra Concert, which follows the junior high school news. From Cindy Cahan, Miss Beck, Mr. Hampson, and the Eastcast staff, this is Tom and Casey wishing you an enjoyable weekend. Goodbye.
This is Channel B15, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening, this is Melissa Bernstein and welcome to Brainerd News. Tonight is a special show, but first, here's Adam Arrington with our sports.
A lot has happened in sports since our last show. The 7th grade softball team had only one game since we last talked, losing to Beck 20-16. The varsity softball team came out even this week by beating Beck 11-3, but losing to Delran 6-2. The boys junior varsity baseball team defeated both Delran and Beck 6-2 and 13-3. The varsity boys baseball team beat Beck 9-5 and Morristown 16-1. However, they lost to Heritage 4-3. The track team defeated Haddon Township and they also defeated Beck 109-95. Yesterday, the Cherry Hill Tri-Meet took place. We will have results from that meet as well as the results from the South Jersey Middle School Invitational on our next show. Melissa?
Thank you, Adam. Brainerd News has been on for about 3 years now, and most of the time we bring you good news. But sometimes the stories we must report to you are not happy ones. Tonight happens to be one of those nights. As you recall, back in February, I had the unhappy task of reporting the death of one of our 7th grade classmates, Hope Platchhorn. Last Friday, May 17th, a memorial program was held in the gym in Hope's honor. It was attended by members of her family, students, and faculty. On Tuesday and Wednesday of that week, Student Council conducted a collection in her memory. $125 was collected and sent to the American Diabetes Foundation. And now, here's a tape of that memorial program.
Good morning. We're gathered here this morning to honor the memory of a young lady who we all miss very much, Hope Platchhorn. As I look around the room this morning, I am overwhelmed by a number of students who requested to be here this morning and members of the community. I hope that the family finds great comfort in this. I'm sure you do. For this attendance to share with us today is a living tribute to Hope and the love that the Brainerd family holds for Hope. I'd like to welcome Hope's family to Brainerd, and I'd like to introduce for the student body that has not had the opportunity to meet Hope's mother, Mrs. Platchhorn, Alan Platchhorn, and also her grandfather and his wife, Dr. and Mrs. Galenter. Mrs. Cutler, Lucia Cutler, was Hope's language arts teacher. And she asked her students if they would like to participate in writing some remembrances of Hope, their experiences with Hope, their love for her. And several of these excerpts have been selected to be read this morning.
We were on the softball team together, and both of us were pitchers on the Cameron team. Even though she would get tired faster than the rest of us, due to her diabetes, she would pitch until the end of the game and try her best the whole time. She came through like a champ.
Right in my mind is the image of Hope, but her name means much more to me than just Hope. It means a person outgoing and friendly, her own person, bubbly, but most of all happy, always smiling. She didn't care what others thought, but kept laughing and thinking her thoughts. Her clothes and things were only her outside, what I remember before is what was inside.
Finish I out and have this. Hope was probably my very best friend because she seemed to understand me very well. Sometimes even more than I myself did. She was a person who loved life. She enjoyed it to its fullest. When I think of the problems she faced, such as her diabetes and her asthma, it made me admire her all the more. When I first arrived in America from Australia, I was afraid and lonely, but Hope helped me feel at home in this country and a lot happier. She was always there for me at that period of my life, and I will always be grateful to her for that.
Oh, I have these people. That is such wonderful memories.
I did really fine, but Hope didn't think I sat in the class. There was a time when Hope pasted 2-inch thick fingernails on her left hand and painted them a very red. Since she couldn't do anything with these long nails on, she had to get people to open her books, turn her pages, and at times even rose color. I remember one year in particular when she picked it from box in the How he laughed when he saw Hope in the baby cap that made her look bald, but she carried on her magnificently. Although she thought this was an early age, Hope thought this was some very happy memories that will never disappear.
Hope loved to make people laugh. She used to always tell me jokes. No matter what kind of jokes they were, I loved them. She always had something funny to say. Hope may be far in body, but in our souls, in our hearts, and in our minds, she is still there. I will miss her forever, but she's never too far away. Just remember that Hope is up there watching us. She's watching us and laughing.
I used to call her Hobie, and she hated it. And I used to kid her about it. And when we discussed this in our homeroom, it took me a few weeks to get over it, where we could talk. So then the kid said, well, we want to do something. And I said, what would you like to do? They said, we want to have some type of memorial, a living memorial. So they came up with 3 choices. Came up with an apple tree, cherry tree, and a dogwood tree. And I said, if we get the money together, we'll buy them. Well, we did buy them. They were planted out front. We'd like you to take these plants and plant them. I asked them, and excuse, I said church, temple, okay? That maybe Kobe went to, or somewhere where you like to plant them. In her memory, and they're evergreens, and they'll stay green all year, just like she was forever. Okay? Thank you.
We would like to remember the interests that Hope had and share them with other young people who will be attending Brainerd in the future by donating to the library in Hope's name the following 2 books, The Giving Tree and Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. These books are books of poetry about nature, about people, but most of all about loving. They also have beautiful drawings in them and are for children of all ages. In reading these books, future Brainerd students will know something about hope and the love that we Brainerd here have.
How strange that a picture can capture a stranger to me so well. Because I think I really was hope, even though I only met her once. I'm very fortunate, I think we're very fortunate, I'm very glad that we have captured, I've at least at this point 3 times, we've captured Hope's 3rd time at Brainerd. And I present this yearbook, our first yearbook of the year, to Mrs. Flash.
There comes a time after the tears, after the sadness, when you think of the happiness that someone brings to life. We're here today for that purpose. And as I sit and listen, especially I can find the news that students capture of birth, it brings to mind that fondness, that happiness, and that joy that hope shared with us all.
Dr. Carusi, in memory of Hope Latchford, please accept this plaque on behalf of Brainerd students.
Thank you, Kyle. I accept this plaque. We will place it in the hallway area next to our library as a lasting memento and our memory and affection for Hope. I think what has already been said well, that Hope brought us a lot of happiness to the school. We miss her, we will remember her, and she will watch over us. So again, I thank the student council, all those who presented today. I know I speak for the family who did not wish to make a personal statement, but they have conveyed it to me through their eyes and their hearts, and they thank you for being here today to share in this program. Thank you.